Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, viewers. We are back again with the second episode of this program on fiqh. And this week we will discuss rulings according to Ayatollah Al-Uzma Sayyid Ali Al-Hussaini Al-Sistani on the matters of divorce. And in particular, the woman's right to divorce, which is also known as Khula. And this week again we have as our guest Samahat al-Allama Sheikh Fadhel Al-Sahlani, who's also the North American representative of Grand Ayatollah Sistani. He also obviously has the permission from Hakim Shar'a, that is Ayatollah Sistani, to perform divorces on behalf of individuals. And because of that, he receives a great number of those cases. And so we will ask him to shed light on the particulars of these rulings and the conditions behind them, and what can necessitate or allow a woman to be able to divorce her husband.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thanks again for this service to the community. Hopefully it will be helpful. The divorce, according to Islamic law, divided to many criteria, many categories. But one major division in the divorce is three kind of divorce we have. Divorce is, we call it raj'i, and divorce mubarat, and divorce khal'i or khul'i. Raj'i, it means the husband initiate the wish to divorce. Mubarat, both of them initiate the wishes to divorce. Khal'i, the wife herself, she initiate the wishes to divorce. In the first case, Raj'i, the husband has to give all the rights, all the dowry, mahar, haq mahar, to his wife, and also to support her for 3 months. And there is a lot of conditions to be there before he announced the divorce. Now, I don't want to go to this condition because really difficult to summarize them in such a short video. Regarding the mubarat, as I say, both of them initiate, and they have to agreed upon the dowry, upon the maintenance of the wife, etc. Khal'i, this is the point which we want to talk about. Khal'i, the wife wants to initiate the divorce. And in many cases, the right of the husband is to get the fidya from the wife. Meaning fidya, that whatever he spent for the marriage, whatever expense, expense he occurs during the marriage or during the life, compensation. He have a right to ask for the compensation. He has a right to ask for withdraw the dowry, the late dowry. Then he give the divorce. But in the cases which we receive as a representative of Hakim Shara, most of the cases we receive it that wife want a divorce, husband refuse to give the divorce. No matter what, he refused to give a divorce. In this case, the Hakim Shara or his representative has a right to ask the husband either to live nicely, peacefully with his wife, maintain her expense, do whatever the Sharia asks you to do, or to divorce her. If he didn't do both of them, then the Hakim al-Shar or the representative of him can pronounce the divorce. That is the very summary of the Khula. So the Khula, wife wants a divorce, husband has a right to ask for a fidya, late dowry or expense, and he has the right to divorce. If he refused to divorce and he is not maintaining the expense of the wife, and if he in some cases deal with her badly, beating or insulting or bad behavior with her, then Hakim al-Shar will come and interfere and solve this problem.
So are these the only conditions whereby the wife is allowed to ask for a divorce? I mean, exactly what those conditions are? Or if she, for example, a woman doesn't like the way her husband looks, or she doesn't feel comfortable with her anymore, or she likes someone else, can she ask for divorce?
She can ask for a divorce, and no matter what reason she has. She has a right to ask for a divorce. And the husband has a right to ask for the fidya. And if they reach to that agreement, then the divorce will take place. But Hakim al-Shara and his interference, it will not be valid in any reason which the wife asks for the divorce. Not any reason. Most of the fuqaha say if he cannot provide her with whatever she need for her life, to maintain her life, the expense. If he cannot, and he don't want the divorce, and he asks for it, and she asks for a divorce, then Hakim al-Shara will tell him, look, either to maintain her life or to divorce her. If you don't do any one of them, then the Hakim al-Shara will divorce.
So maintenance.
But this is the only area where Hakim al-Shar can interfere. But wife, does she have a right to ask for a divorce for any reason? Yes, she has a right to ask a divorce for any reason, but it's up to the husband to agree upon that.
I mean to say asking the divorce from Hakim al-Shari, and where the conditions whereby the Hakim al-Shari is allowed to interfere. So according from what I understand, if the, for example, husband is not providing for the wife and does not agree to give divorce, then the wife has the right to approach the Hakim al-Shari. So that's one condition.
Right.
Are there other conditions similar to that whereby?
This condition all the fuqaha agreed upon. This condition acceptable by all the fuqaha. Some other fuqaha expand this many other conditions, but not all of the fuqaha agreed upon. For example, if there is no way that they can live, the husband and wife, with each other, that is one reason. And the other reason, that if he is beating his wife or insult her or even use bad language with her, some fuqaha they say this is good reason for the Hakim Shar to interfere. But the one important condition which all the fuqaha agreed upon is the financial expense of the wife has to be covered by the husband. If he cannot, then she has a right to ask for a divorce.
And when you say financial support, what does that entail? What do you mean by financial support?
You see, according to also our general fiqh, the financial support supposed to be matching her standard of life. if she is, for example, coming from a family which they spend $500 a day, so the husband has to spend $500 a day. But if she comes from a family that they spend just $20 a day, then the husband has to provide her with this. So it depends on her standard from where she comes.
I see. Even if she has been married for 15 years or 20 years with the husband.
Right.
I mean, often at times cases.
Right.
And she enjoys a different standard of living, a higher standard of living with the husband, for example, for 15 years than the one from her home. So which standard does it apply? Does the one that her husband provided her with, or the one that she came from back her home?
Now, we cannot have a very clear rule about that. Each case has to be studied carefully. But the main point is, if she cannot live with the husband who cannot provide her with whatever she needs for her life. Now, this whatever she needs in her life is different from person to person, from time to time. It has to be studied carefully.
Okay, and we understand, it's generally understood that there are 3 divorces that have to be performed. So does that also apply in this particular case, or there is just one divorce?
What do you mean 3 divorces?
So for example, when a husband divorces his wife, he has to divorce her 3 times, right?
No, the divorce, according to us, according to the Shia fiqh, divorce, it can be done by the husband saying زوجتي فلانة طالق in Arabic language. طالق هي طالق. That one divorce will be enough. But we repeat it 2, 3 times, 4 times, maybe we repeat it just to make sure that the pronunciation of the divorce is correct, that the husband understands that there is no any relationship between him and his wife. This is, we call it الطلقة الأولى, the first divorce. Now, in the Raj'i, there is a lot of rule. I don't know if it can be covered in this few minutes, but there is a lot of rule. According to us, the divorce in front of 2 witnesses announced properly, that is 1 divorce, not 3 divorce. According to some other sect, they say, for example, my wife is divorced 3 times, زوجتي طالق بالثلاث, they consider it 3 times, and they have no right to rejoin again. According to us, no, it doesn't work in this way.
So one divorce, you're saying, is enough to separate the 2?
Yes, 1 divorce, and it will be considered a first divorce. Now, there is many other rules for the second, for the third. Maybe some other point it needs to be mentioned clearly, that in the divorce, in the Raj'i or even Khal'i or Mubarat, here in the Western law, the wife has a right to ask for half of the property of the husband, half of his business, half of his whatever money in the bank. According to the Sharia, she doesn't have this right. She has a right to ask for her late dowry. Maybe the late dowry is more than half of the belonging to the husband. For example, if her late dowry 500,000, and the husband doesn't have any money or any property more than 200,000, he has to pay her 500,000, more than what he has, not half. So her right is her dowry, late dowry, not half of what the husband has.
Thank you very much, Sheikh. Is there anything else you would like to add before we conclude this?
It is more than 10 minutes now.
Thank you very much, Sheikh, for your time. We appreciate it. Viewers, we are going to be back next week with another interesting topic, inshallah, and we look forward to you joining us. Thank you very much. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.